What's good? What's good? The topic of this video, Zero, has been adopted. If you don't know who Zero is, go back a few videos on my channel titled something like, "Please, someone adopt this dog," because I volunteer walking and hanging out with dogs at my local Humane Society. I started doing it a few months ago, and long story short, this particular dog came in, Zero, and the first time I saw him, he wouldn't even go out for a walk. He was so shut down. He was an owner surrender, so at some point he had a family, and then for whatever reason, they couldn't take care of him, so they surrendered him to the shelter. And when he came in, he was just super shut down. His nails were really long. He had not been well taken care of. He had some spots, and he was just shut down. And it hit me really hard because, of course, first he was an American Staffordshire Terrier, which I'm particularly fond of because of my guy who passed. But then also, I like to think I'm partially an energetic, like I read energy, and I know that's a super hippie thing to say, but that extends to animals. And I could just see how heartbroken he was, and it really, really hit me. And so I dedicated the last 2 weeks, almost every day I was there for about 2 hours, just sitting in his little kennel with him, just hanging out. Sometimes we'd go for walks, but most of the time he just wanted company. He just wanted somebody to sit next to him. And I can totally relate to that. It was a very mutually beneficial arrangement because I just wanted a place where I just didn't have responsibilities. I didn't have like outside noise. And so, yeah, it's a chaotic place in the kennels there, but in that little space with him, I was just able to just be. And that's all he wanted, was someone to just be with him. And yeah, I'm getting a little emotional just thinking about it because he was such a good dog, and I really hope his new family takes care of him because I know he is going to take care of them. And yeah, I just wanted to tell another little funny story. So when I found out he was adopted, first I cried. I went to the bathroom and had a little personal moment, and then I came back because I was scheduled to volunteer, and so I was like, well, I'm here. There was another pity that caught my eye and my heart, and so I decided to sit with her. And I was sitting with my back against one of the side walls, and she was half in my lap and then half in her bed. And this is a point where I thought the society was closed to the public because they have intermittent hours where the public can come view. And so I thought it was just going to be me and her, the pity, and maybe some staff members randomly or whatever. So I was still kind of like crying a little bit and still feeling some feels. And then I hear the door open and I hear some people start to walk down the hall. So I compose myself, whatever. I was getting ready to wave to a worker or another volunteer. And then I see a gaggle of girls. And when I say a gaggle, ultimately there were about 20 of them. And they were all ordered from shortest to tallest. So 20 girls just walk past me. I'm crying in this little, really small dog space with half a dog in my lap. And I wasn't expecting that. And by the end, I was just laughing because I'm trying to hide my emotions, and I wasn't prepared for that. And I just thought that was really funny. I hope that they saw a grown man comfortable in his emotions and sharing his emotions and experiencing his emotions, and also a grown man just giving back to his community. And so I might call that a synchronicity. Sometimes when I feel like I'm meant to be somewhere and something happens, I'm like, okay. But I'm really happy for Zero. And I think I'm gonna end the video there. Thank you for listening. If you don't volunteer, you should. Much love.